has 8 vitamins and minerals and is power-packed with protein to maintain healthy muscle mass. The day is yours. Supplegent. Boosts you up.
It will get better. It will get better. Won't last forever. Won't last forever. And if you trust in the Lord, your nights will turn to day. Just remember, it will get better.
You know when you hear that sound, it is time for our mid-morning program, Final Decision. Aired every Monday and Thursday at 11:30 on this, your station. As per usual, we are here with you to talk with you, to give you information. I am Mark Maitland from the Garden of Paradise Funeral Home, and
I am Errol Green from Exodus Funeral Home.
together, Mr. Green,
it will get better.
It will
Mr.
get
Maitland, you know what
better.
bring the smile on my face? I don't know. This song just soothing.
yeah, man, the song resonated.
And I was just saying to myself that I need this song to be my ringtone.
The song-
It will get
resonate.
better. It couldn't be a better song.
Yeah, man, Kerry Sales did a wonderful job when he put together.
Each time I hear that song, it just bring about life. You know?
Talking about life, we talked about life Thursday.
Right.
Talked about life on Thursday. Sustaining life. We want to touch a little bit on that again this morning before we transition into our real topic. We're going to talk about myths and beliefs, practices in the funeral, not only in the funeral industry, but practices in Jamaica on a whole, where they came from, how we got them, those things that we are keeping. But Mr. Green, on Thursday, we had a discussion about life and preservation of life, because there were some lifestyle changes that we want individuals to make, because again, we are seeing too many young persons.
Yeah, you know, somebody contact me, Mr. Maitland, confront me and said to me, Mr. Green, tell me something, you know, listening to you talking about life and everything. Are you afraid of, you afraid to death? You afraid for death?
No.
I said, no, not really. But me not dead.
No, we're not ready for dead. And the fact is, we see too many persons who are not ready for dead.
Yeah, because she was saying that, you know, very young person, say even her mother have a problem with her because she's not afraid to die. So I said, well, it's not about afraid to die. It's, oh, you're dead.
So, yeah.
Because I want to see my children them grow up and become successful.
Yeah.
And come take over this business, have a better radio program now when me have.
Yeah.
So I want to see that. So
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. You know what time yet, brother? We're not going to do the things to
Die.
carry us to an early grave.
Yeah, you know, some look premature dead. Some things
Right.
can be avoided.
Right, and so we're
And Sir Mark, thanks, sir. I start drink more water.
Yeah, man. You start drinking more, you start rest.
I start to rest. I went to bed about 8:30 last night.
And do your body feel better.
Yes, it may look fresh, but I look
Oh,
nice.
all right. So,
But it's a fly dog, eh?
yeah, so it's something that works, and
Yeah,
yes, it might seem to you like a light moment, friends, but it's factual. We can just make simple changes that you don't have to pay any money for,
Right.
and it will prevent you from paying the doctor. Trust me, and more so, it will prevent your family from paying us.
Right.
To prepare that early arrangement for you. We want to see you around a little longer so that we can help to boost the economy some more. But Mr. Green, we want to talk about something different this morning. We want to talk about myths and practices and beliefs
Right.
in the funeral industry, and persons ask the question, you know, for example, why we have to bury the dead before 6 o'clock. That's something that we hear very often.
Yeah, and you know, in my early years in funeral practices, you know, 6 o'clock catch me in funeral and them just make me feel nervous.
Right.
Because pastor get frightened.
Right.
You know, everybody get frightened and say, look for the time. But in truth and in fact, you know, the service over late.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one particular time, all the police them start to say, boy, we were supposed to hear the cemetery.
Yeah.
Past
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock and things like that. I look at the time now, you know. But for me, it's just a barrier.
That's a barrier.
And time run out. So what's the take on it, Sir Maitland?
What the law really speaks to, you know, is not the 6 o'clock. It's not the time, but rather the time of day, because it has been something that has come down to us historically, that the dead must be buried before sunset.
Oh.
Yeah, But in Jamaica, we consider sunset at 6 o'clock. So from it at 6 o'clock, we say that is sunset for us.
Because you know what I said to people, Mr. Maitland, is that I don't think it have anything to do with any form of what they are believing, this whole dopey business and them to something there. Because when you're doing an exhumation, it have to be
at night.
At night.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have to go to sleep at 12 o'clock in the night.
Yeah, because people will tell you, if they didn't bury by 6 o'clock, the dope you go walk.
Yeah, I mean, there's a not go so. Because me, I've gone to the cemetery after 12 o'clock in the night, me and my team, to exhume,
right.
to exhume my body.
Right.
And try to finish before 5 o'clock in the morning.
Before sunrise. Yeah.
Yeah, before sunrise. So it's just probably a law. It's a practice that.
Yeah. The law is that for burials, you must do the burials as best as possible before sunset, and as is the case with exhumation, exhumation has to be before sunrise, and in particular, it is done in a time frame, Mr. Green, that individuals will not be exposed. So if there's anything carcinogenic or any form of bacteria that may spread airborne or otherwise, because the fact is, we find that individuals tend to be curious about things that they find interesting, things that they don't see every day. And naturally, if you're in the cemetery, broad daylight, and persons hear that you're doing exhumation.
Mr. Maitland,
the
first time I do an exhumation in a not-a-base cemetery is roadblock.
Yeah. People are going to draw near
it's
because
like
they want to see that.
Every taxi man, everybody, because when they pass the cemetery in those 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and see light over there, them say police vehicle, them say Ministry of Health,
right.
Yeah, and them say Exodus, and them say light over there and people, Mr. Maitland, it was roadblock.
So imagine if it was done during day when the thoroughfare was busier.
Yeah, but at the first time I said that, and Mr. Maitland, you have people from the community, they did not even want to give us a chance to do the digging, and
they want to do it.
They want to do it. Yeah. They want to experience that.
Yeah.
We have to give them gears.
Yeah, but for health reasons, you have to have on the proper gears.
You have to have the proper gears, and some people say, they want to. They want to come close and see everything that's happening.
That's how we are, and that's the reason why it has to be done at night.
I know why they come to this. I see. So at times the police, they kind of afraid still.
So that's one of the things why some things are done at a particular time, and exhumation definitely has to be done. I say under the cloak of darkness, but really at a time when you're gonna have less traffic or less thoroughfare persons who have an interest in seeing what is going on coming by, because again, you really don't want to expose anybody to anything unduly. So that's part of it, and the whole burial thing before sunset. That's a practice that has come down to us from way back when. Another thing that has come down to us that I know as tradition we still keep is, for example, night.
Yeah. So Mr. Ben, I said that it's from sunrise to sunset. So because I have a person make a request of me now that when they die now, they want to be buried after the dead yard finish.
Yeah, I heard talk
so
about
right after the dead yard.
Right. You bury them before. So the dead yard
leave the dead yard.
Flow into the funeral.
Into the funeral. So himself have to bury him before sunrise.
And if you understand, Mr. Green, the Jewish population and the Muslims that we have here, when they die, they get the burial done before sunset. You know that?
Right.
Yeah. And again, that is custom, that is tradition, where the dead is buried before the set of sun, so that all of that goes away with the day. And you take little aspects of different culture to interweave into our culture and our practices. The other thing, again, that we do is the night. Now, for you, Mr. Green, I know you're a nighter in a different settings now, because you introduce candlelighting into the thing.
Well, I'm an expert on night.
One of the things now with Exodus Funeral Home, Mr. Green and Exodus now, Mr. Green do things different,
Yeah, because sometimes, Mr. Maitland, it's very sad to see the people on mourn. They don't know what to do. And the grieving sometimes is so heavy. So I have to always think of means and ways to put a smile on the family face.
Hey, the first time I experienced one of the candlelights that Mr. Green did, it was something phenomenal, listeners. I mean, I went there and I saw, the candles. It's not the regular. When you see people string out candles on the roadside. No, Mr. Green can glide. Exodus can glide are different things.
Mr. Maitland.
Exodus can glide is an event.
Mr. Maitland, I do candlelight, you know. I want people step in light and then turn back, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
And I say, oh, there's the man dead.
Mr. Green, the can glide to that life size
You know?
in the thing. So again, with the night, and yes, Exodus gonna give you a different night experience. Trust me, out of this world. But the night is a tradition that has come down to us from our African roots.
Mm-hmm.
Because and why the night is often held, before we go to the break, why the night is often held is basically to appease the ancestors. But after the break, I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more about
Yeah, because I wanted that used to go on from my little boy days.
Yes,
you know.
man. We're going to talk about it after the break. So after the break, listeners, we talk about the nights.
It will get better. Won't last forever. Won't last forever. And if you trust in the Lord, your nights will turn to.
The time brought to you by the Manchester Co-op Credit Union 1977 Limited Property Loan, telephone 876-962-0401 is 11:45.
For miles and miles of beautiful carpets and exquisite rugs to brighten your office and home, visit the Carpet Store at 18 Dunbarton Avenue off Malines Road. They install, clean your carpets, and add elegance to every room in your house. Call 876-649-0174 or come to the Carpet Store at 18 Dunbarton Avenue, because you deserve the best.
It will get better. It will get better. Won't last forever. Won't last forever. And if you trust in the Lord, your nights will turn to day. Just remember, it will get better.
Welcome back, listeners. The program is Final Decision, aired every Monday and Thursday at 11:30 on this your station, Omega KLAS 89 FM. I am, of course, Mark Maitland, and as per usual,
I am Errol Green from Exodus Funeral Home.
all right, and we are here. Before the break, we started talking about
Mr. Maitland, you can give them the number to call her because this is a very interesting topic. You know.
All right,
I would not remember
yeah.
to give them the number,
Yeah,
so run the number for now, Mr. Maitland.
Number to call if you want to participate, 876-968-8117. That's 876-968-8117. That's the number to call if you want to participate. All right, so Mr. Green, let me tell you about night now.
Yes, sir.
Night came down to us from the African tradition. No, it was believed, and it is still believed, that on the 9th day or the 9th night after the person dies, then you have to keep basically a little service in the home to basically send the deceased on their way into the other realm. So it's like a send-off service you're keeping, and that is why there are some denominations that don't do night. So some families, they tell that they don't do night. They'll have a prayer meeting, and that's it. Because the belief is that you come together on the night to send the dead into the other realm. And so there's this celebration.
Oh, so Mr. Maitland, so because what I noticed, you know, back then, you know, because me I try to remember if them used to have night and dead yard.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have both of them?
Yeah, man, but guess what? No? When I was a youth growing up, what used to happen is that when the person dies, as of the 9th day or the 9th night, the celebration starts and it does not end until funeral day. So what we used to have, you know, is that from the 9th night, on the 9th night, them have coffee and bread and chocolate, tea and sandwich, and
The dead yard on there, fish and bread.
and the dead yard continue every night, you know, from
Every
that
night.
time until the night before the burial. Now them have the singing
Alright.
and the fish and bread.
So when them used to have 3 days? They used to have everything 3 days?
I try to remember what this have on the third day because
Because I remember, you know, in my time, you know,
Mhm.
the dead is the same place in the yard, you know.
yeah,
so when we come from
it's okay,
school, you know,
that long before my
when we come
time,
from
you know.
school-
That long before
Because
my time.
when we come from school, we used to go look for the dead every day, you know. If you want to move, you know.
Yeah, because at that time, funeral homes were not as
No, so you have
professional.
ice, and it's put them, keep them on the ice, and keep them in a little room, and You know,
I've
my brethren,
heard.
I say, come up on grandma.
So I've heard. Sir.
And
So I've heard.
I know about that time. Anyway, Mr. Maitland.
Oh, hold on there. You're asking about the third day. It used to be believed that on the third day, that's when the dead raise, the dope raise. So now, from the third day to the 9th day, the spirit is around. So what you basically do now is on the 9th day or on the 9th night, you have a little service to send the spirit over into the honor realm. And this now came down from our African ancestry. So from slavery days right down to now. So it's now people keep up 3 days after funeral and most persons stop keep up 9 nights because
So the 9 night now, Mr. Maitland, what I notice, some of my candlelight, you know, family requests for us to come a certain time, some requests for us to come a certain time. So what I realize that some of them, you know, in certain parishes, because every parish operate different.
Yeah.
Every parish have different beliefs.
Different beliefs.
Right? So some of the parishes that you go, you find said they will sweep out the house.
Right.
Sweep out the house, and then them brought the broom.
No St. Mary funeral they do, man. So you know that. Yeah,
So
you know that.
because it's like what me say, why? 'Cause I said, why you doing that?
No, let me tell you something different. Just in St. Thomas, because I've gone to one of the 9 nights in St. Thomas. And it depends on where in St. Thomas, because the deeper parts of the parishes are the more rural parts that still hold the practices, do things different from the parishes that the urban parts of the parish. And you have Kumina. No, Kumina, brother, Kumina is a different thing, a different setting. Kumina is different. And they'd have Kumina on the 9 night and Kumina on the setup, that's it, the night before the burial, they have the Kumina. Now, I went to a Kumina service one evening, brother, one night, you know. I leave, you know. I get ready and run, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I go home, man. The setting was there, and me see a man start climbing the bamboo back way. And then me see drum a beat, and then throw the sheet over the drum, and the drum still a beat. What? Brother, and somebody tell me, gone, man.
You know, I've never seen those things.
Mr. Green,
Hear about-
lift up.
St. Mary, you know, practice maroon, and in Portland, the maroon thing.
Portland and St. Mary's
but
maroon
honestly,
thing.
I have never gone to a night and see those things.
No, man, the Kumina thing.
Come
different,
here,
man.
but a certain part in St. Mary where you go and the back way walking up bamboo tree, and all them things there, and people say don't make our people head come off.
Listen, I have seen the back way walking and the tent pole, because there's a bamboo to hold the tent, the long bamboo. I'm see the man climb the bamboo thing, and then see the drummer beat and the drummer move and then throw the sheet over the drum and the still a beat. So I said, no, brother, that thing is more than me right now. I'm ready to go home, brother. But again, you have to understand, you know, that our culture is steeped in the African heritage.
But we want our listeners to know, Mr. Maitland, that funeral homes has nothing to do with these myths and beliefs.
No.
Right? Funeral homes has nothing to do with that.
And our practices have nothing to do with that.
Our practices have nothing to do with that. This is just different cultures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, different practices.
And different places in the parish.
Right. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me give you another scenario. In Jamaica, we are used to, for example, after funeral, you have a repast, and we provide the food for those who are coming. I have gone to funeral overseas, and it is those who are coming who bring the food to the house. It's like a potluck.
Right, yes.
So it depends on where you are. The culture is different.
I would love, this is something that I would love to change in Jamaica. If I can change something, I've been always changing things in the funeral industry, you know that?
Yeah.
I always come with new ideas and to make things a little bit easier for the family and a little bit, you know, less mourning and things like that. But this is something that I have seen overseas. When they are coming, they bring the food. Bring the food to give the family that support. In Jamaica,
we come for the food. No, but I tell you something. Let's talk about the food. When I was growing up, back to the 9 night and straight back to the dead yard. When the person died, and this is what I saw growing up. You see, from the 9 night to the setup to the funeral day, every night something keep a yard, and every night food has to be provided for those who are coming, and it is expected. I remember when I was what 9 or 10 years old when my grandfather died. That's the first that I experienced in my family. And they bought bag of rice, bag of flour, bag of chicken.
You know the rum when they call it junk or battery rum?
Yeah, man, that's
all right. When I just started in funeral business now, I have to be hunting place that sell this rum for family, you know. Because they can't afford to buy the bottle
regular
rum
rum.
for every night.
Right.
Because I come into
things
Philippines
keep
that
every
time,
night.
you know, when things I keep every night, you know, it's nowadays people can start to wise up, you know.
And realize that it's excess spending.
There's excess spending and trying to cut it out.
So what you find these days is that persons will do a prayer meeting for the night, and then you have the setup. And I can tell that some persons don't think about the setup. So part of this thing that you think that it
And
has
some
to
people
happen.
have used all them grandmother, them grandfather believe and say, Mama was a Christian, you know, so you have cut up on enough and the liquor business.
and funny enough,
It's
you know,
too much.
we expect it to happen, you know.
Sir, Mark, I heard about a parish. I think it's someplace in Clarendon, you know. In the parish of Clarendon, in some place. If you bury a dead and you do not have a repast, them stone your house. Yeah, like them say you mean and, you know, that is expected. You have to feed the people who come.
First I'm hearing that one.
If you don't feed them who come, the whole community look upon you one kind of way. And you know.
Yeah,
but I said, if I can change anything, someone, listen, I want to change. You know, and I love for Jamaica people to start to be more considerate now, man.
Yeah.
You know, and bring something to the family.
Yeah, people are grieving and
Yeah, man, people are grieving, man. You come every night, expect chicken and rice and steak. It costs a lot of money.
Costs a lot
Oil
of
is
money.
very expensive.
That costs a lot
And
of
coal
money.
is expensive more than gas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have a family friend or a good person who come into that die. You know, and you have all these different groups, these different clubs and these neighborhood watch and all those things. Bring
Come
something to the
together.
family.
And there are some communities in which exactly what you're talking about, it does happen. But I don't want to take away from the fact that what we are discussing is really the practices
Right.
that we hold on to that came down to us from our ancestry. And the ninth night is one of those things. The
But
set
sir,
up,
man,
the
we
dead
talk
yard,
about
and all
Mr. Believe. We can get back to that part. Okay, we're looking at more time leave. So what about the part now, Mr. Maitland, where I see them moving the baby over the coffin and at the graveside. And
that's another thing. That's another thing that at first I never understood. But it is believed again that for young children and babies living in a home and the person dies in the home, it is believed that you have to pass the child over the casket. I think it's either 7 or 9 times, so that the dopey no come back and play with the baby. And that's something that we grow up.
when people ask me about it, you know, as a funeral director, might think on it, I tell them point blank is foolish.
It's foolishness. Of course, it's foolishness.
Me tell you point blank, listen to me, man, that a foolishness.
foolishness.
Because me supposed to bury, apart from some household named funeral home in St. Mary and Portland, me supposed to bury the most people in St. Mary and Portland. You understand what I say? And I bury hundreds of people. And I have never practiced that.
No, man, that's foolishness.
And me not say nothing to the people,
It's
family.
foolishness, man.
So when you come to me and tell me about you have to pass baby over coffin,
Over casket.
over
because you
casket.
don't want the dopey
And when you
come
come
play
and tell
them.
me, say you have to give me something you get from a bongo man, put in the casket. I'm not going to put it in the casket, no, sorry, Maitland.
Again, you know, it's believed.
I said to them, you know, when you go to the church, I
what
don't
you
think the
do.
pastor will allow you to put it inside the church, but when you go to the church and you
Do
feel in
what
the
you
body,
do.
you do what you do, you know.
But
But
don't
me
care come
not
to
take it
me.
from
No,
you
no.
at my mark,
And I don't know what you're giving me.
and I don't know what you're giving me, so you're going to put that in the casket yourself.
Come on. Yeah. If you don't get to the church, do it at the graveside. But
Yeah, but not, I'm not going to take it from you.
Yeah. And again, that's another one of the beliefs that we have. I know we have this discussion not going to be completed today. We're going to touch on it some more.
Mr. Maitland, we want to talk about this Myths and Belief on the next program.
Yeah, man.
And invite probably a pastor or, you know, a long time person
No, get
Well,
a long time person.
who is around long time.
Somebody who's steeped in it and
who is
know
deep
what-
and you know, can give
know
us
what
more,
can-
you know,
right.
clear. And so, you know, if you're listening to this program and you're interested and you want to be a part of the discussion, let us know.
Let us know, man.
Let us know.
We
Let
can
us
have
know.
a
So,
discussion.
you know, we can have a discussion on it.
Yeah, but-
Because, you know, people question us all the time as funeral directors and expect we to believe and want to hold us responsible for certain practices.
Yes. Yeah, and they
That's nothing
expect
to do with us.
that's the thing, you know, they expect it to happen, you know. They expect it to happen and they expect that we should know that these things have to happen. All right. I had an interesting experience. Some time ago, Mr. Green, where for the burial, the individuals brought the clothes for the family deceased member. And along with that, they brought a quarter rum and 1 dozen pin. so I said, all right. I understand the rum and the concept of the rum, but tell me what the pin. And they said they were told that we need the pin to put in the
You
foot
need the
bottom.
pin?
Yeah, me need the pin to put in the foot bottom. so that the person don't walk.
Mr. Maitland.
And you know the person to me, they had somebody who died for them a couple of years before, and that was one of the things that the funeral home required. So I said, well, I don't know.
Mr. Maitland. Mr. Maitland, when people come to me with them kind of something, me tell them, say, if they understand the process of the whole embalming process,
Yeah.
they don't need any pin.
You don't pin, brother.
If them understand even the post-mortem, if that person go through a post-mortem,
Right.
you know, and then we have to embalm that person,
Right.
they don't need a pin.
Well, if they even understand when the person dies, you know, they're powerless, then
Yeah,
they'll
you know,
understand.
you know,
But
you know.
there are myths and beliefs and there are practices that have come down to us traditionally and persons still hold on to. And sometimes we have to be going easy on family members when they come with some things that or they present some requests to us. And so this is part of the reason why, you know, we're just taking the time out to say there are things that we usually practice, but there's nothing written in stone, as we'd say, hard and fast, that these things have to be done. And again, one of the things that you should know is that yes, they were passed down to us by our ancestry, but fact is some practices has more to do with the dark world, with the evil world, than it has to do with our Christian beliefs and practices. We're going to talk a little bit more about these things, and please note, we are not doing these things to condemn anybody, but just so that you are aware and just so you know, and in the end, it might save you a whole lot as well.
And also, Mr. Maitland, my final words, I want our listeners to know that as funeral practitioners, we are not magicians.
No, we are not.
We're not magicians. We are morticians.
Yes.
Right? We are morticians. So, you know, we don't want to bury your loved one. Come and say, boy, you see him come back and you come ask, oh, you bury man. You see him on the corner. You know, that has nothing to do with us. You know, we are morticians.
But we'll deal with that on another program because there's a whole lot more to discuss. Friends,
we have to come up with this.
Yeah, this has been another program, Final Decision. Thank you so very much for your input, for your questions. Thank you very much for the ideas that you share with us so we can have a fulsome discussion. I am, of course, your host, Mark Maitland, and with me, as usual, is Errol Green. I am from Garden of Paradise. He's from Exodus. Two funeral homes have come together to make things a whole lot better.
It will get better.
Because it came to pass. Catch you on Thursday, listeners. Peace.
We'll turn today. Just remember, it will get better.
This